we're gonna make popcorn that doesn't suck. Using pink salt, cause that's what I have, and it tastes good. Really doesn't matter, kosher, iodized. I think I got this from Alton Brown on Good Eats, I think. But popcorn is much better with very fine salt. All your regular table salt is too big. When you shake it on the popcorn, it falls off. So, trusty Vitamix, we turn it into dust. Now, normal people, they would use some sort of oil. Or if we wanted to be a little more on the sweet side and good for you, coconut oil. It makes for really good popcorn. But I don't do anything like everybody else, do I? And I think I got this idea from Brother Luck. Well, I don't know that he pops his popcorn in, I don't know, but I think he drizzles bacon grease, bacon drippings, on the popcorn that you used to get at the old Brother Luck Street Eats. So I was like, well, duh, I always keep some on hand. I'll pop the popcorn in it. So, a big scoop of bacon drippings in the pan. I'm gonna put it on high for just like a brief moment, just to get the pan starting to be hot. Don't look in there, it's yucky. No, this is what happens when you forget, your children forget and burn the popcorn. Much smaller amount than normal, right? Like probably that little bit is probably gonna be about right. Right? Salt goes in. So in my whirly pop, if I do a half, it's pretty stinking full. If I do a third, it's just about right. But we're gonna do a half. Let's press our luck, folks. Third of a cup in the whirly pop. Turn it back on. And slowly turn. Now we're cooking with bacon grease. This is fantastic popcorn. Fail. Try again. Oh, yeah. Like high school all over. All right, version 2.0. Starting over, another blob of bacon grease in the pan. So the thing is, with popcorn, everyone just puts salt on it. And salt's good, you know, but you can do it other ways. Like if you like sweet and you want to make a sweeter one, use coconut oil, a nice virgin or, you know, fairly cold one. And then if you're gonna add the sugar and stuff to that, it already gives it a nice sweet flavor. Again, we always talk about how I'm not a sweets guy, sweet enough already. So what are we gonna do different? We're gonna use some Creole seasoning, spicy Creole seasoning. Now this stuff is pretty fine to start with. So just a pretty good shake of that in the pot.
Too dark.
Okay. And crank it, baby. Start it on high for just a second and turn it down. If I was really being crazy, I would put the Tony's into the Vitamix and turn it into powder. Tony's Creole seasoning. Make that into dust and then it's gonna even stick better. But this does pretty good. Can you smell it? Can you smell it, cameraman?
Yeah. It smells like freedom.
Smells like Creole. Smells like Creole spices. It's in the air. And done. Oh, hey, by the way, with this, you can leave it out in a climate like this where it's dry. It might get a little clumpy, but you just break up the clumps. It's not such a big deal. But if you are where it is at all humid, put that in an airtight container because it's very fine and it can turn into a solid. It's too full. It's still really good. A little bit of spice, just a little. Still got a bacony undertone. I like the original better. This is really good. You can use anything though. I put Mongolian spices on there, but that you put on after, right? Don't cook with the, if it has too big of pieces, it's not really super fine, or it has things that don't do well with heat, obviously not the best option to cook with it because it does burn the herbs and spices. If that's the case, I put a little bit more bacon grease in so that it gets a little more on the popcorn so that the herbs and spices will stay on the outside. And it has to obviously be fairly small, fine pieces of whatever you're using. And again, if you got a Vitamix, chuck it in there. Super good.